y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and I had a chance to get caught up on Messy and Married to Medicine because that's what these folks are, child. Let's just get into it. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And let me take a second to give a shout out to my super thanksers. Thank you so much to Lorenzo Malone, Tanya Fuller, Lisa Simmons, and Rochelle White for reminding me God shall supply all my needs. Child, I receive it, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Now let's go ahead and get to this review. Where they is saying Quad done been dealing with the married men's. So the episode kicks off with Heavenly calling Simone a flip-flopping bitch. While Heavenly is stomping and cursing Simone out, Contessa is pissed off her damn self because at this point, all Contessa wanted was an apology, and Heavenly wasn't giving her that. Heavenly sat and laughed through the whole thing and said, I don't see nothing wrong. What's the problem? And so now Contessa is just heartbroken. So Quad starts explaining to the rest of the ladies that, listen, this was an ambush. So her reaction is to be expected. It's not saying that you're wrong for going to her with the issue, but the way we came to her with the issue, what did you expect? Other than a y'all can go to hell. And Jackie goes outside to try to get her friend Heavenly. And Heavenly done told her, you can come out here and talk to me, but I ain't coming back in there with them heifers. And them heifers is in there talking about Heavenly. And Simone is trying to express that she doesn't see any productive way to approach Heavenly, that Heavenly is just not going to take ownership for who she is and what she does. And I think Quad's intention was to agree with her, but when Quad interrupted her and Simone asked her to let me finish, Quad drink kicked in. Quad was about half drunk. And Quad just went the hell off. But you can go to hell, I'm leaving, since you don't want to hear what I got to say. And they were literally saying the same thing about how what Heavenly does is not okay. It's not all right to call me your friend and then sit on the internet and talk about me. And I don't have nothing for somebody who handles me like that. For some reason, the message got lost in the madness and they are screaming at each other because Simone is just loud and Quad is just drunk. So now while Quad is a few sheets to the wind, she does make sense. And Heavenly's reaction is to be expected from the approach that was taken. However, Heavenly also don't really have a leg to stand on because why are you on the internet talking about your friends? And then you mad when your friends come together and say, why are you on the internet talking about us? And you feel like you're violated because Contessa presented this to you in front of the group when you violated them by presenting your opinions in front of the internet. Now, at this point, Contessa is so damn mad. She done left everybody. Y'all let your damn selves out. I'm about to go get ready for bed because this done pissed me off. So after Jackie checks on Heavenly, she comes back and checks on Contessa. Well, Contessa is about in tears about, I thought Heavenly was a better person than this. You were right about her all along. And she's saying that what pissed her off so badly is that Heavenly sat and laughed in their faces. So she pretty much doubled down on everything that she said. She would not take accountability and she wouldn't apologize for it, which is what Contessa expected. And Contessa said, since Heavenly can be reckless and get on the internet and say anything she wants to say, I, at this point, can be reckless too. So it looked like it's getting ready to be some Old Testament eye for an eye battle going down round here. So we move on and see Toya go by Simone's office. They get together and rehash this whole intervention. Simone said Anila brought stank energy with her, that it just all went downhill when Anila walked in the door. Simone told Toya, Anila, Jackie, and Quad seem to still be kissing Heavenly's behind, so they're either enablers or they're scared of her. And I'm gonna say I agree. I think Dr. Jackie is an enabler in terms of Heavenly because Heavenly is her friend that says the stuff she won't say. So I think she kind of enables her. I think Anila is also an enabler because she enjoys talking about everybody, and Heavenly is the perfect talk partner. And Quad, I don't know if Quad is scared of Heavenly and maybe Heavenly knowing or exposing something she knows, or if she just really is enabling Heavenly too. But it would seem to me that she is more a victim of Heavenly's behavior. So why wouldn't she speak up? Simone is convinced that they got to be enabling or scared because everybody else is absolutely taken aback at the fact that she would sit there and laugh at her behavior. So Anila and Heavenly get together, and Anila asked Heavenly, why were you laughing? Heavenly said, well, I just couldn't believe that Contessa would do that. I couldn't believe Contessa would orchestrate something like this in front of the entire group. It blows my mind that Heavenly feels like she is the one who is betrayed by Contessa confronting her in front of the group about stuff she said on the internet. I know a lot of y'all have told me that Contessa was actually on Heavenly's channel, and I've never watched Heavenly's channel, so I don't know what she's doing over there. But apparently Contessa has been on the channel and has participated in some of Heavenly's antics. And so maybe that's why Heavenly is taken aback that Contessa would go this route because, you know, you were over here with me throwing rocks. So why are you now also leading the pack to burn me at the stake? I'm thinking that has to be Heavenly's line of thought in order for her to feel betrayed. Because how do you feel betrayed for somebody coming to you and saying, why is you talking shit about all us? And even in this moment, she continues to talk about her friends. She talks about Toya and how supposedly she heard through the grapevine that Eugene told a group of friends that Toya was the biggest mistake he's ever made. She said, ain't none of them happy. Simone is petty and Quad. And before she could drag Quad, Anila jumped in and said, hold on now, wait a minute. Before you drag her, Quad had your back. Quad was trying to defend you. So please, slow your roll because you steamrolling over everybody right by now. Anila says, a matter of fact, Quad's feelings are hurt that you would say the things that you said about her. And Heavenly said, what, did I talk about her? Yes. She said, no, it's not about her butt or her fillers or anything like that. But what she's really upset about is you running around telling people that she sleeps with married men. And Heavenly said, well, that's because I heard it in the street. Anila said, well, where'd you hear it from? And they bleeped out the name, but she's apparently running around giving her source that so-and-so told me. So-and-so telling everybody. Now, when the producer goes to ask her about it in the confessional, Heavenly is playing stupid, but she ain't never said that girl. They have you on a camera with a microphone saying that so-and-so told you and everybody else in these streets that Quad be dealing with people's husbands. So, what do you know? Here's my thing. My issue in terms of Heavenly and Heavenly's accusations about Quad and Quad dealing with married men. It's one thing for Heavenly to say, okay, it's coming from a source. Somebody is saying this and spreading this information. It's another thing for Heavenly to be saying, well, Quad goes to the club all the time and she's always half naked and this, that, and the third. Well, her going to the club and how she dresses doesn't make her a side piece. That doesn't mean she's sleeping with married men because she's single and enjoys her singleness. That does not indicate that. Now, the issue is that this has been a constant accusation against Quad. And for Married to Madison, at least, I believe it started with Mariah and her sister, where Mariah, who is Quad's former best friend, is saying that Quad has slept with her sister's husband. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I think the issue is that this has been an ongoing rumor. And especially with Heavenly being a friend of hers, Heavenly is feeding into that rumor and making it seem true. Now, whether it's true or not, child, I don't know. I don't put nothing past nobody. So I wouldn't sit up here and say, oh, Quad would never. But I also wouldn't just say, oh, yeah, she probably sleeping with married men because she fine. Like, what? So we move on and we see Contessa at work running the practice that she and Scott started. And she is seeing a patient named Sexual Chocolate Frederick Gardner, something like that. I don't know what the man damn name is. I know he fine as hell. I know that. Contessa said this is one day that she enjoys her job. Yeah, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, because he did his good work with that man there. That's all the hell I remember about that. Yeah, that's it. We move on to Anila's house, where she is struggling to raise her kids since Miss Gomez ran off into the sunset. Child, the baby is screaming and carrying on. She telling the child he tired, but obviously he hurt his foot and need a Band-Aid or something. He is just in distress. Could you please go find the lady who actually knows me? Because I don't know you. You telling me to go to sleep because my foot hurt. This is too much for me. And Anila is in the confessional talking about how crazy her life has been. Since Miss Gomez left, she's had to do all kinds of wild shit. Like wake her kids up in the morning and take them to school. What is this? She calls her mom and was like, Mama, how did you do this? Were we good kids? Her mom said, no, y'all were not. Now your kids are good kids. That's a grandmama for you. That's a grandmama. Anila's mama said, I'm confident that you can do it though. You can do it without Miss Gomez. Anila said, no, Mom, you wanted to be more of a mother and a stay-at-home mom and hands-on mom. I just wanted to have kids. This whole mama thing ain't for me. They will get a rhythm and they will all be just fine. So we move on and we see Heavenly and Damon at home, and they're getting ready to go to Simone and Cecil's Halloween party. Is it just me? Or is Damon always just on his way in or just on his way out the house, unless they actually are going somewhere? Like, does he actually hang around Heavenly like that? They go to get dressed and Heavenly starts dropping hints to Damon that, yeah, well, you know, since you gonna be with me, they might not whoop my ass too bad. Damon said, what the hell is you talking about? What you done got me in now, Heavenly? And so Heavenly said, well, let me talk to you for a second before I walk you into South Central and get all our ass whooped. Yeah, they probably gonna try to jump me when we get there, because they done did this intervention the other day, talking about me and my channel and all the stuff that I had said about them on the internet. And I told them go straight to hell. So yeah, they kind of mad at me, and they might want to fight me, and they might want to fight you too. So just thought you should know. So Damon, being the parent that he is, sits Heavenly down and he has one of his talks with her about being responsible with her words as a friend. That, you know, you have to think about the things that you say and how they're going to affect other people. And yeah, it might be funny to you, but it might not be funny to them. And you want to consider how it's going to make your friends feel. So after that good daddy buddy talk, we move on to Simone and Cecil's party, where Toya and Eugene came dressed as Beyonce and Jay-Z because they just wanted to embody a power couple like themselves. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, go straight to hell, because see, the difference between Beyonce and Jay-Z and Toya and Eugene is Beyonce works. Yeah, she works. So I'm going to go ahead and say no. Now, everybody else showed up to the party as their alter egos, except Contessa, who decided she was going to skip this party because she might dress up like Layla Ali and whoop Heavenly's ass. So we're just going to go ahead and sit this one out and go study for our next test. Well. I'll tell you who won't be outdone. Anila and her husband arrived to make a grand entrance in a U-Haul truck. And they're blowing the horn and carrying on and making a bunch of noise, and get out of the truck and announce that they are there looking for the Harris family. They are looking for Toya and Eugene because all they do is move. So they decided to dress up as movers and make them the butt of their joke. Toya said, well, yeah, I might move a lot, but I tell you where I can live rent-free in her damn head, because you have to be thinking about me all the time for you to have made me the center of your entire costume coming to somebody else's party. It's giving a little bit obsessed. Eugene said you can live rent-free in her head. My foot about to live rent-free in their ass, because I don't find this funny at all. Eugene was pissed, okay? Now, Simone and Jackie's husbands, Cecil and Curtis, think it's hilarious. And they're trying to tell Eugene, I think it's kind of funny. Eugene said, hell no, it ain't. No, it's not. And they're like, well, maybe if y'all were on better terms, it would be funny. He said, it ain't funny on any terms. Why am I the butt of your joke? What kind of man does that? And he said, I know our wives didn't have the best season last year. They weren't getting along, but me and you didn't have an issue. Karan said, well, we still don't have an issue. He said, yeah, we do. We have an issue now. So Big Gene gone and stomped off to go find his wife, because he is pissed off and ready to go. Well, his wife got Anila to the side checking her, because see, B and J don't play. You ain't gonna piss my husband off all kind of way. Come here. I got something to say. Toya is telling Anila that it's not okay for you and your husband to be making me the butt of your joke. And it tells me that there's something wrong and you need a distraction from something in your life for you to be coming to somebody else's party dressed up as movers to harass me. Anila is just playing dumb. Okay, well, I thought it was funny, so. And Eugene said, you know what? Don't even argue with her. Let's go. While Toya is letting Anila know this ain't cute and this ain't funny. And Eugene is letting Toya know he's ready to go. The guys are trying to tell Eugene to just calm down. It's okay. Please don't leave. Just sit down somewhere. Take a breath. Take a shot. Take a seat. So he decides to stay. But Karan better not say nothing to him. And since chaos is where Heavenly thrives, she decides this is the perfect opportunity to address Quad. So she pulls Quad to the side to say that she's really sorry for saying anything that suggested that Quad sleeps with married men, that she does not believe that Quad sleeps with married men. And Quad is letting her know that the issue that she has with Heavenly being on the internet saying the things she's saying is that everyone knows that you and I are friends. So when you get on the internet and you say it, it's a rumor when everybody else says it, but you give it the stamp of truth because you're my friend. So they imagine that you must know what's going on in my life. Now, the producer asked Heavenly in the confessional the same damn question I got. Why are you apologizing to Quad at this party when you were just out at lunch with Anila telling her you did hear this and you heard it from so-and-so and so-and-so is telling everybody? Why? Now, Quad chooses to forgive Heavenly and said, I accept your apology. In the confessional, she said, going forward, if Heavenly says anything disparaging about me, I'm going to let go of this friendship. That's going to be it. That's going to be all. And I don't blame her, because what you're not going to do, I don't care how cute or funny you think you are, what you're not going to do is sit up on the internet and talk about me. So after the party, the guys get together to go axe throwing and to hash out this issue between Eugene and Karan. So when Karan gets there and the guys address this elephant in the room, Eugene lets it be known that he does not think it was funny at all. I should not have been the butt of your joke. And the guys don't get involved in what the women have going on. So if our wives were in some sort of a battle, you probably should have stayed out of that. And Karan don't give no fucks, okay? Karan came off almost nasty to me. Like, it's one thing to be joking and to be funny and to say, okay, it was a prank, or, I didn't mean any harm. But when you get to the level of dismissiveness that he had, that's when it becomes a problem for me. Because Eugene is telling him that, I get that you thought it was funny, but I, as the subject of your joke, did not find it funny at all. And if you care about a person, just like the guys were saying before Karan got there, if they tell you, I don't like how you made me feel, you don't get to say your feelings. I thought it was funny, so who cares how you feel? That's not how this goes, okay? No, if you care about a person, My intent was not to hurt your feelings, and I apologize. Please forgive me. That's the long and short of it. But since Karan don't give no fucks, and he is talking shit, Eugene is about to come out of his bag. Karan said, well, I just won't tell no jokes. I'll be the dullest motherfucker here. Eugene said, call me another motherfucker. Call me. I said, yeah. This about to get brown looking bad around here. This about to go left. One thing you ain't gonna do is be calling a black man all kinds of names out his name. Yeah. That's where this episode came to an end, with Big Gene jumping up like Blank Man, and he's getting ready to hand Karan his ass. Now, it looks like next week is going to pick up with the guys trying to make it through this axe throwing event without throwing the axes at each other. And the ladies will be heading to Vegas, where they're going to be telling lies and all their business. Child, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. As always, thank you so much for coming down here, listening to me, and letting me get this off my chest. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And in the meantime, until next time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.